We're back. My favourite mini little FX pedal. Okay, mini. Yeah, small in size, £1,000, but you know, still kind of great. And they've done what they should have done right from the start. Let me get it here. iPad Pro, and yes, it has an H90 app on it. This thing can now talk to this thing without any computer involvement whatsoever. Bluetooth works fantastically well. Do you want to see how? Yes, we're back with another music gear video. Quick flick through the comments on some of my other videos on this subject, and Bluetooth was literally a non-starter for some. They didn't even want to buy it without this. Well, it's here and I've at last got it to work. So shall we take a quick look? Let's dive straight in. So the setup, I have a MIDI keyboard here, keystep 37. I have the H90 pedal. I have the 1010 Nano box Tangerine here, just with some multi-samples. We have a piano. We have a piano going into the box, which is in bypass mode, and then the sound's being recorded, hopefully. And my iPad, because H90 now has an iPad app, which is fantastic. So when you first install the app, this is what you get. And I'd like to say that this is straightforward, but this took me about 2 hours to get to this stage. We haven't even done anything yet. Eventide have not covered themselves in glory. Installing this new app and updating the firmware is a complete pain in the arse. So despite restarting my Mac several times, restarting the box several times, it just didn't work. They just didn't want to talk to each other. It was incredibly frustrating. So then I completely uninstalled the app, forgot about the historic setting, which is indeed this box, reinstalled it all, started from scratch, and then it did work. Then it updated the firmware, which does take a long time. And then we're back, and this is where that will take you. So once you have the app then installed on your iPad, which you can get just from the App Store, you get to this situation where you can have your box installed. It does say Bluetooth sign, says not available. So you need to go onto your H90, go into settings, which is holding those two left-hand buttons. It says Bluetooth off. It seems to always start with Bluetooth off. I don't know whether you can change that. As soon as I've turned it on, it does say JK's iPad Pro, which is indeed this. I have linked them before, then it says connect. So I'm going to press the connect button and it will load up the app. It takes a few minutes. It obviously grabs all the information from the H90 box. Now, hopefully you can see this. Recording on a screen is always difficult. I didn't want to do a screen recording because then you wouldn't be able to see my fingers and what I'm actually pressing. Okay, so we have the app, and if you've watched my video on the H90 app for your Mac, it looks just about identical, which is fantastic. If you go back to the box and go out, you'll see that I am on Instant Flavor preset, which is exactly what it says here, which is some sort of phaser and then flanger. I think this is a standard one that comes out of the box. And we just have the piano. So if I just set up a very simple ARP, and you'll see, by the way, it says here bypass, and this is the bypass button, so it is in fact bypass. If I'm going to attempt not to touch the H90 box at all, so if I press bypass there, this then looks active, and it does indeed. If I just get some simple ARP going, we can then play with this. We can bypass the phaser, just have a flanger. We can increase things just as you would totally normally. And you can hear the effect is immediate. It's really quite good actually. Going back to the phaser in, and immediately we get something totally. But it does make it so much easier. So you don't have to be menu diving into the H90 itself. You don't have to be sat next to a computer. None of this is connected to the computer at all. It does make a world of difference. I'm going to stop that. I'm listening to some complaints that the music in the background as I'm talking is either too loud or too annoying, and I totally agree with both of those. So on the app, on the left-hand side, we have all the user presets. These are the ones that the box comes with. I don't know all of these, but you just press on one to select it. If I go into chord mode here. It's very easy just to change. So I've pressed on knife drop, it says knife drop over here. That is fantastic. This is a grand piano sample, and we sound like we have some sort of distorted electric guitar. I mean, that is amazing. And on this clever little box here, I can switch by going to MIDI channel 3, and now we're on a Super Saw synth. I really like that actually. I haven't come across this one before, but it's fantastic. Wow, immediately stops. So what else do we might have? What's Twin Pines? Yeah, that's got quite a tail on it. Bass phase. Okay, on MIDI channel 2, I have a bass, and we'll take it out of chord mode, so we just... And what does it sound like? Okay, so you get the picture. This does not have to be a lengthy tutorial. If you want to know how the app works, it's literally exactly the same as the one on the computer. If I go to one of my other lists, so my personal list, immediately jumps through to them. These are some of the ones that I've set up before, but you can go to an initialized program. So this is active, but there is nothing. So if you then want to try and, or if you go to the preset library, you can then choose. So we've got a bass, so let's maybe have some sort of EQ bass preset, and it immediately appears here. Okay, and then on B, let's take it out of EQ, maybe we'll have some filter pong delay, schizo delay, that sounds suitably weird. And it's as easy as that to create your own preset. We have EQ compressor going into filter pong. I could then change the name by clicking on init program, calling it bass JK, and then saving it. So sometimes the responsiveness is a little bit slow, but I guess it's sending all the data via Bluetooth over here. So 19 is now bass JK. It's down here, so we could go into 18, which is bass noise on here. Into flange delay. Then back into bass JK, which we've just done. Okay, that's it. Quick this week, but I just wanted to show you how amazing the iPad app is for the H90. Works totally flawlessly. None of my setup today is connected to the computer, makes it so much nicer. Obviously in this particular case I've got them both sat next to each other, but that obviously doesn't need to be the case. You can have the H90 box on a shelf wherever you want to keep it in your studio, and have the iPad right next to you, or even like on a stand in front of your keyboard, and use it like that. It's fantastic. Definitely check it out, makes this thing so much better. That's it for now. See you next time.